Good afternoon. This is the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids pregame show. It's Sunday, which means the Rapids are back in action at home. This time, it's going to be against the Pictou County Weeks Crushers in a game that the Rapids are on a win streak now, 2 games, looking to expand on that to 3. Only 3 points out of first place in the East League North Division. And this is a game that's going to be a pretty good one, I think. You look at the standings and where these two teams are right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it should be a very entertaining game, to say the very least. So we're going to get into the standings right away. Stats and standings, rather. So the Pictou County Weeks Crushers, 6-4, 1-0 on the season. The Grand Falls Rapids, on the other hand, 8-3, 1-0 on the year. Nathan Plemonomisho leading the way in goals for the Grand Falls Rapids. Logan Crosby, the overager that was acquired in the summertime, and their captain of the Crushers, leading the way with 11 goals. For the Rapids, it's Jonah Leard leading the way in assists with 10. And for the Pictou County Weeks Crushers, Mackenzie leads the way in assists with 11. Logan Crosby leading the team overall in points with 18, and Jonah Leard leading the Rapids overall with 16 points. Now, like I said, stats-wise, amazing between the two of them. I mean, they both have impactful players. There's Will Allen. On the side of the Crushers, there's Will Allen, Logan Crosby. So many names there that you could really argue are big impactful players. But on the other side with the Rapids, they have themselves quite the bit of star power themselves, right? You look at the amount of players that they have compared to Pictou, and it's just quite a bit different. Now, Dominic McKenzie is the defenseman that's leading the way in points, or in assists rather, and he is a big force on the back end for them. Whereas for the Rapids, they have more of a kind of a great defensive structure. You've got Isaac Allard, you've got Anton Topolnitsky. You've got a lot of guys who are ready to go out there and just play a great game night in and night out. And I think we've seen that all season long so far. Goals for and goals against, it's quite similar. So the Crushers have only scored 2 less goals than the Rapids this season. Goal difference for them, goals for 53 for the Rapids and 51 for the Crushers. And their goals against, quite similar as well. Pictou with 42 goals against and Grand Falls with 37 goals against. So I believe it's going to be top 5 in the league in goals against, and I'm just going to fact check that real quick as well. And it looks like, sometimes you have to fact check. So yeah, it is indeed top 5. So they are tied with the Miramichi Timberwolves for least goals against in the division, and overall are in third place. Well, actually, technically tied for second with the Pictou County Weeks Crushers. Go figure. So. My apologies. Tied for first. Pictou has 42, and then Miramichi and Grand Falls each have 37, so they are tied for least goals against in the league this season. Now, when it comes to the power play, Pictou, it has been effective on the power play. Fourth place, 23.9% on the season. Grand Falls, on the other hand, leading the division. Keep this in mind. This is going to be an important discussion for later on in the episode. Leading the division in power play percentage with 25 even, first place overall. Pictou, on the other hand, 60.4 on the penalty kill. Grand Falls, third place in the East League North Division with an 83.3% on the penalty kill. So, what does this mean? I spent a lot of time talking about the stats. This means that analytically and, special teams-wise, this could be a very quick game for Grand Falls if Pictou doesn't stay out of the box. Their penalty kill is not the greatest. Grand Falls has a stellar penalty kill. There's not really that many numbers that separate them from the first place penalty kill in the division, and let alone the league. I think they're top 5 in penalty kill in the league as well, so that's something to watch for. Now, something that we've talked about in previous games, the power play has started to click for the Rapids, and we talked about the first couple of games of the season that it wasn't doing anything. I think they were 0 for 12 or 0 for 13 to start the season. They're now 10 for 40, which is a drastic improvement from what it was at the beginning of the season. You put that power play to work, right? You let the Crushers draw penalties. You get under their skin a little bit and let them take the penalties, and you draw them. It's going to be easier to score on the power play and really kind of generate those scoring chances on the man advantage than it would be with, say, a team like Edmonton. So that's the benefit of them struggling on the penalty kill a little bit, is that you're going to get those chances on the man advantage to strive and to score those power play goals. So Pictou, with that said, though, is a very offensive team. There's a reason why they are top 3 in scoring for goals for as well. And Logan Crosby, who was named captain of the Crushers in the summer after acquiring him, the Halifax Mooseheads cut him. He came in, signed with the Crushers, and has just been lighting up the league ever since. He's a guy who can score at will. You don't want to let him within 5 feet of the net. Same thing with Will Allen. I mean, Rapids fans are no stranger to Will Allen. Played for the Miramichi Timberwolves, played for the Edmonton Blizzards, so you saw a lot of him last season and the season before as well. He's playing for them now. Big problem there. So, with that said, I mean, they have a lot of star power up front, right? You look at Logan Crosby, Matthew McDonald, Cade Moser, Will Allen. But to answer with that, the Rapids have a lot of good star power themselves up front. I mean, you got guys like Derek Aslan, Jonah Leard, Nathan Plemondon-Michaud, Zachary Michaud. You name them. They're all guys who can combat those forwards and bring the offensive game to Grand Falls' end for the majority of the game. It's all about controlling that play. Now, you give them the opportunity, they're going to run with it 100%. It's all about, first off, getting on the board first, making sure that Pictou doesn't score that first goal, as we saw in the past few games. They've done great at that in the last 2 that they've won. So you want to make sure that you're getting on the board first and preventing any of that momentum from building up. They've done an excellent job at that over the last 2 games especially. And this is going to be one of those games where it could shift very quickly if there is, the hot start that we've seen from the Rapids in the last 2 games, especially in the last 2 games. So with that said, they've got one more game at home before they hit the road next Friday in Bathurst, and that you could potentially be looking at a battle of first place in the division, because let's say that they do get the win today. Don't want to jump too far ahead quite yet. Let's just say that they do get the win today. They will be within 1 point of the Schiller Lightning, not just for first in the division, but first place overall as well. So this could be a very exciting matchup coming up in the next 2 or 3 games, I would say. They're back home on the Sunday after that as well, after they come back from Bathurst. But this is some exciting times. I mean, to find the words to describe how awesome this is to see all of these guys doing well and see the bonding that's going on between these guys on the ice and just around the rink as well. It's just something that's super cool that we haven't got to see in Grand Falls in a long, long time, and it's very, very exciting. So with that said, this is going to be a good one. And for those of you who are going to the game, make sure you're making noise, because keep in mind, the more noise you make, the more support that you show, they feed off that energy, right? The boys feed off that energy, and that's something that they appreciate. It's something that the more noise you make, the better they are as well. And, the more entertaining it is for just the atmosphere in general. You want to make sure that you're making as much noise as possible. If you're not going to the game, make sure you're tuning in on Flow Sports. I'm going to have the call with you. Pictou County is not a slouch team. They may be a little bit weaker on the special teams, but 5-on-5, they can score at will. You do not want to let them in with any chances whatsoever. That being said, I am going to get ready for the game now. If you are planning on watching on Flow Sports, don't forget to tune in at game time. It's going to be 3 p.m. sharp. If you are going to the game today, make sure that you bring your A game, bring your noise, cheer on your boys. This is going to be a big fight game. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification for all future content, and stay tuned to the channel for everything coming up, including the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids post-game show, going to be happening immediately after the game this evening.